The first step to solving any word problem is to reading the problem at least 3 times, which I have done so. Upon reading the problem, I did notice a few things I wanted to highlight, picked up on some keywords, and actually what we're looking to solve in that particular problem. The next step is we're going to introduce the variable. Now in this problem, they're asking us to find the length of the longer piece, but what I did notice is when I was reading the problem is that it quotes us the longer piece in terms of the shorter piece. So in this case, I'm going to let x be the shorter piece. Now, based on the information given to us in the question, it says the longer piece is 30 centimeters longer than twice the length of the shorter piece. So that would mean that 2 times the shorter piece plus 30 would be the length of the longer piece. Now, in the third step, what we are going to do is we're going to translate the information. So what we do know is that we have one rubber tube. So the total length of the tube is cut between the shorter and the longer. So that we do know. Now in the next step, we're going to set up the equation to go along with that bit of knowledge that we learned in part number 3. So the total length we know is 120 centimeters. And we know that the shorter piece is x, which we have denoted. And we know that the longer piece is 2x plus 30. So the length of the shorter piece plus the length of the longer piece should give us the total length of the tube. Now in the last step, what we're going to do is we're going to solve the problem. So if we do 120 is equal to 3x plus 30, if we bring the 30 over, that will leave us with 90 is equal to 3x. Divide each side by 3, and x comes out to be 30. Now, is that the answer to our question? No, in this particular case it is not. X, which we have denoted up in step number 2, is the length of the shorter piece, but we are looking for the length of the longer piece. So what we will have to do to figure out the length of the longer piece is take our 2x plus 30, that's for our longer piece, and we're going to substitute the value for x, which is 30, so 2 times 30 plus 30, which would give us 60 plus 30, which would give us 90 centimeters. So the length of the longer piece is 90 centimeters. Now we should always go back up and check that in the original equation, just to make sure that what we have found for the variable value is in fact correct. So 120 is equal to x, which is 30, plus the 2x plus the 30 for the longer piece, which is 90. 120 is equal to 120. The left side is equal to the right side. So now we are prepared to answer the question and say that the longer piece is 90 centimeters. And we should always finish up a word problem with a sentence. So the longer piece is 90 centimeters.